Hi, my friends. Good morning. It's Monday, July the 1st. Hard to believe, July the 1st. The summer's ticking away. Tick, tick, tick. So welcome to my channel. This is Bernadine, and how you doing? You're at How the Hook Turns, the name of my channel, and I welcome you. I welcome returning subscribers. Welcome. If you're new, welcome so much. I hope you enjoy my video. So grab a drink and a snack, maybe, if you like, a project to work on, whatever it is, and we're going to do a little chit-chat, Paddy Wack and crocheting chit-chat, okay? Before we get started on that, I have a few things to show you. I like to do the hook of the day. Sometimes I forget about that, but I'm ready, okay? So my first hook that I'm going to showcase here is, I believe that is a, what's the name of that little character on Disney? It starts with the O, I thought. I can't think of the name of it. If y'all know, put it in the description. Put it in the comments, not the description. I was gonna, if I think of it, I'll put it in the description. But anyway, you know, this is a tentacle of an octopus. It's supposed to be. And this lady on Etsy makes these. And you see how that's shaped? And that is where your hands go. No, these do not bother your hands. They're smooth as silk, and they're fine. No snags. And it's a very comfortable hook, albeit it's weird. Okay, this is one of my weirdo hooks. I have a few. And so here's my weirdo hook. Anyway, it crochets real well. This is a Susan Bates head, the inline. You can get them with the boy style head or the Susan Bates. I prefer Susan Bates. That's just me. I can work with the boy, but I find I can crochet quicker and more proficiently with an inline. So that's my weirdo hook, okay? Now, these are not weirdo hooks, okay? These are Furls hooks, and they had a birthday sale, and I think it's off today. I'm not sure, friends. But this is the Borealis hooks. I'll just showcase this one because they're both basically the same. They're all a little different in the way the colors lay. So this is a Furls 5.5 milli. Or an eye hook, as some of y'all like to go by the letters. And it's called Borealis, and it's I guess it's from the Galaxy collection, yeah. And I think they're discontinuing this one. So I got a J and an I, because those, a 5, a 5.5, and a 6 are my preferred sizes that I like to work with. So everybody's a little different. That's the shape of the hook at the end. Yeah. So these two and the weirdo are my new hooks to add to my collection. Okay. So, but today we're going to be working on that shawl again, the Agatha reading shawl, and I showcased it on my last video, and we're just going right along with that. I have something I want to show you about this yarn as we go along, and see what you think, okay? So I'm going to put your heads down, and to do that, you know, I can't just turn your heads down anymore. I have to move this whole thing and wiggle the legs on it and all that. So don't go away. I will be right back and we will continue. So hang tight, my friends. Hang tight. Don't go anywhere. Okay, my friends, welcome back. Welcome back to my desktop. Excuse me. my desktop where I work. This is my work area here in my craft room. My computer. I did tell y'all I got a new computer, I think. Oh, it's just fabulous, okay? And what I mean by that, I mean, it acts just like any other computer, obviously. But what I meant by that, ooh, it's already got cat hair over the vents. What? I only had it like a week, I think, or so. But what I meant by fantastic, friends, what I meant by that is my uploads from YouTube, for YouTube, are just like that, just in a flash. Well, not quite in a flash, but quick. I had no idea my little laptop was holding me back from what I could experience with a desktop tower. I kept wondering, why is it taking me so long? Well, friends, it was my computer. And I thought that desktop could do anything I wanted it to. I love my laptop. I love my laptop. I'm a laptop girl, okay? I am, because I like the portability of a laptop. Like if I want to go anywhere, I just put it in a little carrying case and off I go. But friends, definitely, when you're working with big files and big uploads, you need a big boy or big girl. So I'm so happy with this one. My laptop, and I don't know much about phones. Okay, I know a lot of people only use their phones, and they have these real nice iPhone 15s and whatnot. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the reason I said that, I don't know anything about doing that. So their videos go up quick. So apparently they've got the power too. So I guess you could just use your cell phone. Although now I can't really do that because I don't have a big powerful cell phone. And I know I don't need one. For what I do and use it for, I don't need one. I'd rather put my money somewhere else, but for all of y'all that have those, I've never even held one of those, but they seem fantastic, and I'm so proud for everybody to have that. I'm not jealous at all. I'm happy for y'all. And, I did that wrong. I'm happy for y'all. And go girl, go. Or go man, go. I just don't have one, and I'm okay with it. It's kind of like my yarn stash, friends. I don't have a big yarn stash. And for y'all that do, more power to you. Go girl, go. But for me, I'll just get what I need when I need it. I have a little when I've ordered too much yarn, but I don't have like yarn sitting off for projects. If I decide I want some, I get it. It works for me, okay? And I can't believe there was cat hair all over my computer already. You know that little vent on the side? I'm still looking at it. No! You know, I guess the cooling, the fan, I guess draws in the air so it doesn't get hot or whatnot. Hot or whatnot. Anyway, I wanted to tell you how happy I am with that big old baby coming home with me. My husband got a new one too. He's the one that, well, I was going to say he's the one that really needed one, but I guess I needed one and didn't realize it. I got it for this YouTube channel, friends. I didn't know for sure, but I know I had more space, okay? but I didn't know about the upload speed. It would improve like that. I was hopeful, but I didn't know for sure. So I'm very, very pleased with my Christmas present in June that I acquired. Our church celebrates Christmas in July every summer. So I guess I could have Christmas in June, right? Right. Alright, I'm going to, look here. I want to show y'all how the colors are playing out on this, okay? Now, I was thinking, now look at this. Look how far this white played out. Now, of course, it's because there's not as many stitches here as here. And then your stripe gets a lot smaller here, a smaller here, smaller here, and they just keep getting narrower. That's what I'm trying to say, and smaller, narrower. So I was worried. Okay, friends, this is what I wanted to say to you today. I would turn you up, but you're too far, you're too low, so I can't. So look here. This is my skein of yarn, and this yarn has 547 yards in it, and it's a Hobie yarn, and it's a 3-weight. Okay, but the inside pull, they're all the same. It starts out with this pale, almost white, off-white, tinged with a little pink. And then as you can see, it gets darker and darker and darker and darker. But it also gets narrower and narrower. So I was worried how these big hunks of color would work. And should I add, when I get finished with it, and I'm almost finished, friends. This is all I have. This is all I have of the first hank. Not hank, but skein. And I think it's going to be fine. I don't think I will need to start from the outside here and work to the lighter. I don't think I will need, when I add on dark and work to the light. I think it's going to work out fine pulling from the middle. I will just, when I run out of this, I will just pull from the middle, the center, and I will just start the light color again, because I think that would look better. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I think I'm right. I think that'll work. You know what I'm going to do, friends? I don't have my scissors over here. So I'm going to cut this off with this knife. Oh, yeah, one of my knives. Yes, I have knives. Yes, I'm a woman and I have knives. I wouldn't be able to use them if I needed to for protection, but I sure can use them, okay? And that is sharp, and that made a real good cut. So, friends, yarny friends, just stick your knife in your pocket. There you go. I'm being silly right now. I know. But what do y'all think? On a serious note, getting back to this color change. I think the white here starting to get, not white, but the pale pink would look fine. Because they're going to be getting even narrower. That's what I'm trying to convey. They'll just keep doing that until I get to the middle, and I'm not anywhere near that. Well, no, I'm not near that yet. So, I think it'll be fine. But put in the comments, let me know, because if y'all think it should be the other way around, I will consider it. I will consider it and make my decision. Oh my goodness. So it's a little after 8 here in the morning, and I'm broadcasting. I'm filming or broadcasting. I guess it's not broadcasting, but it's filming here from Plainview, Texas, out here in West Texas. We don't have a lot of cactus where we're at. I think that's over in Arizona. But I tell you what we do have, tumbleweeds. The road I live on, my friends, is called Tumbleweed Road. I kid you not, okay? When I saw that, when we came to look at this house, I thought, is this an omen? Yeah. They stay put until the end of the summer comes around in the fall. And then they let loose from their spot in the ground, and the wind starts blowing them all over the place, okay? I'm trying to get yarn barf, my friends. I hate yarn barf. So we have that. We don't have mesquites. Some of y'all may know about mesquites, but we don't have any. We don't have any. They do farther east, okay? When I lived in Big Spring, Texas, and yes, I lived in Big Spring, Texas for about 11 years. We didn't have tumbleweeds, okay, but we had mesquites. So I'm trying to figure out which is worse. Mesquites or tumbleweeds? I think mesquites. I really don't like mesquites. And I'll tell you why. They take over everything. If you have one mesquite, chances are your yard is full of mesquites. You can call them trees, but friends, they're not trees. They're bushes. And they're just a nuisance to me. So when I saw there were no mesquites out in this place, I was very pleased. When we came to look around the area, I said, oh, thank goodness there's no mesquites. But they've been replaced by tumbleweeds. Oh, what do you do? There are a few. Y'all remember horned toads? And y'all may have horned toads, but in Texas, the horned toad population has almost become extinct. Now, when I was a little girl in Houston, there was horned toads all over the place. I used to get them and play with them. Get me a shoebox, get me a horny toad or two. Of course, I wouldn't keep them. I'd play with them, and in the evening, we'd set them loose. I wouldn't do that. But as a kid, they were cool, okay? For a kid, that's a cool thing. Horned toads. Well, anyway, I hadn't seen any horned toads in decades, okay? I never saw one that I remember in Big Spring, and I thought they were all gone. Well, friends, we have horned toads living on this property. Not a lot. I've seen a few. And I doubt they're the same. He's the same guy. So there are horned toads out here, and I'm tickled to death to see that. I don't like to see anything go extinct. God's creations? Oh, no. So, do y'all, another question, do y'all remember horned toads when y'all were little kids? And if so, where were you living? That's just curiosity. And do you still have them? That's my questions. Well, one of my I'm full of questions today. I want to answer to that yarn, if you don't mind. And I know a lot of my friends and people that watch these things would like to know about horned toads. I don't hear much about them anymore, friends. I don't hear much about them. It's just interesting. Now look at the color change in this. This went from deep burgundy to, what is this? I like it, but that's the only only color that has changed that quickly on this. Let me get a drink, friends. I've been talking. My mouth is dry. No coffee this morning. I'm not in the mood for it. Hold on, friends. I'll be right back. Don't go away. I'm back, friends. I'm back. I had an errand to do. I had to go do something very important, okay? Or I wouldn't have left you. I had to, a lot of times in the morning, have y'all ever drank those Boost zero sugar or real low sugar? Or I don't know. I think it's supposed to have zero sugar in it. My husband's a diabetic, and if you've been watching my videos, you know that. Anyway, we have to get stuff like that. If he wants anything like that, it has to be no sugar or very, very low sugar. Anyway, what happened was, before I came in here, well before I came in here, I looked in the refrigerator. My husband was already up. I looked in there, and I didn't see any of those cold Boosts in there. I didn't see any Boost in the refrigerator, okay? So I guess I forgot to, or he forgot, or I forgot, or we forgot to put any in there. So I told him, it was a few minutes after 8 this morning. I told him, I said, honey, I'm going to put this Boost in the freezer. One of them. And I put some in the refrigerator, of course, since I remembered. And anyway, and I said, I'm going to guess it'll be ready in about 45 minutes. So at 8:30, it should be ready. Oh, at 8:45, it should be ready. So I glanced over here, and it was time, okay? And I went, oh, okay, I gotta go. I gotta go get it out. So I ran in there and got it out of the freezer. Oh, and it's perfect. Oh, it's so cold. You'll enjoy that. I like drinks like that to be ice cold. I'm sure everybody does. Well, maybe not everybody, but most people do. Anyway, while I was up, I went ahead and gathered up his medicine for the morning, this morning. Yeah, I take care of his medicine because make sure it's right. He's made some mistakes in there with that medicine. Serious mistakes, okay? Serious mistakes, friends. We can't let that kind of stuff happen around here. So I'm in charge of his medicine. I don't mind. Whatever I can do to make his life easier and not worry so much for myself. So it works for us, okay? I just feel like I'm back on duty in the hospital drawing up some meds. And you know, if you don't know, I'm a retired nurse. I've always been a hospital nurse. Well, no, I haven't always been a hospital nurse. Excuse me. I did work in a clinic for a while. I worked in a clinic in Dallas, friends, called the Daharo Saldivar Clinic. Yeah. And we had a lot of mostly Hispanic patients, okay? Because it was positioned over there where there are a lot of families, okay? Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Some of the most beautiful and sweetest people I've ever met. Anyway, of course they don't speak English. Most of them. Or if they do, very little. And I went over there. I don't know Spanish. I took it in junior high school. I made an F. Okay. F. I couldn't get it. Well, it was when we moved to a new school and a new state and a new environment, and I was having a hard time adjusting to school, so I'm going to blame it on that. I don't know. But actually, working over there, I learned some Spanish. I had to. Oh, now we had interpreters, okay? There were 2 interpreters. Sorry, friends. That's spam. I get those spam calls. But I had to. We had 2 interpreters for the clinic, okay? The clinic had adolescent, pediatric, and adult. That is a lot of doctors and a lot of patients. And sometimes you couldn't get an interpreter. Back then, there were no interpreter. Well, we didn't have any interpreter phones. We just had interpreter people. So I started listening to the interpreters, and I would call them for my patient, and I would tell them what to say, or what I wanted, I would just say what I had to say to the patient. I didn't tell them what to say. I would talk to the patient in English, and she would translate it in Spanish. So I got to pick up words, friends. The words I needed, okay? I don't need to know how to say, what are you getting today at the grocery store? I need to say, what's your problem? What's been going on? How's your child? Is your child sleeping? What are you feeding them? What kind of medicine are you taking? Just get the whole history out of the mom or the patient. And then I would, on discharge, I would need a translator on discharge. So then you have to wait, okay, is what I'm saying. You have to wait on those translators because they're busy. Of course they are. And they had pagers, and you would page them if you needed them. So on discharge, I had a lot to say, okay? As a health provider and a nurse, you're sending the patient home with instructions. Very important. Of course, they're written in Spanish and English, and you could pick whatever instructions you wanted and print it out and all that, but I still need to talk to them. So I'd have to call a translator, and by the time they got there, and listen, that slows you down because you have patients that you have to run through for your doctor. And if you lollygag waiting on a translator, minutes count. People don't like waiting, okay? Patients the doctors don't like waiting. So if you want to get your job completed for the day, you gotta pick them up and put them down, okay? So I realized I was going to have to learn how to do that myself, or some of it, not all of it. If it's very, very complicated, of course. But if it's very simple, I figured out what they were saying and how to say it. And I would ask the translators how to say it. And they kind of trained me. And just listening to them trained me. And I picked up Spanish, and I didn't need a translator. Usually. I'm not going to say never, but usually I didn't need a translator. I could screen patients, do all that, and get them, everything done I needed to do without a translator. And if the discharge was simple enough, I could do it myself. Yeah. That's what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. So I guess if you're immersed in Spanish or any language, any language, if you're immersed in that enough, you're going to pick it up. So, how did I get off on that? No idea, okay? How did I get off on? Oh, his medicine and me working in a hospital. Well, okay, the clinic. Okay, the clinic. Okay, when I started working the clinic, I started in the pediatric clinic. Because I had experience in pediatrics from the hospital that I had come from. They had a pediatric wing, and it was associated with our nursery, and I had experience in newborns, NICU, and pediatrics. So I found an opening there in Dallas. That's where I wanted to go, friends. I always wanted to work in Dallas. I transferred from Texarkana, and I always wanted to work in Dallas. And I thought I would get a lot of exposure and experience. Boy, I did. Friends, I did. I did. I worked at Parkland Hospital. I worked at the outreach clinics. I did a lot in my nursing career. And I have, those are my areas, okay? Adults, I did ICU for 10 years. And med-surg, I did that. And children and babies, and that's my, I don't know much about a lot of things. I know a little about a lot of things, but I don't know a lot about a lot of things, okay? That wasn't, whatever I worked in, that's my expertise. So, about the kidneys, I don't know a lot about the kidneys. A little. I know a lot about the heart, because our ICU did open heart surgeries and balloon pumps and stabilizations for heart patients going into surgery. I know a lot about that. That was one of my expertise things. I did a whole instruction manual specifically for our unit on the balloon pump. So I know the balloon pump a lot. So, yeah, I did a lot of things. But I retired in 2016. I'm getting yarn bar, friends, undone. Hopefully. Oh, this is a mess. It'll be fine. It's just tedious, friends, tedious. Anyway, I retired in 2016, and I've been living my best life here. I've been living my best life with my hubby, okay? And now I'm living my best life with you, my friends, on YouTube. I love making friends. I do. Okay, there we go. Oh, I love the way this is changed. Now look at that. We have a dark burgundy, friends, and then we have a mingledy. I don't know what that is. It's a mingle of this and that. It's a mingle. I'm in the mingle. All right, friends. I've left you with some questions today. Hit me up with some answers. Oh, I did think of something else when I was in there getting his medicine. And I want to tell you, believe it or not, and I couldn't believe it myself, there are frogs out here. Not a lot. We're not overrun with them, but every once in a while we'll see a frog. Not a baby frog, but like that. Green frog hopping around out there by the sidewalks. Yeah. I thought they had to be around a lot of water. Well, this is not a place for them to be, friends. There's not a lot of water. So, yeah, we have a resident frog, okay? We have a lot of doves out here, too. Cooing morning doves. Coo, coo, coo. Yeah, that was my imitation. Oh, yes, indeed. See how this little weird crochet hook is working? My hand is not tired. I mean, it's a pretty good ergonomic hook. And here we are again, friends. Yarn bar. You know what? I'm not going to hold us up messing with that. Turn your heads up here. Let me pick you up. How's that? Well, I've seen some of my friends on here on YouTube making YouTube videos, so I decided I better get another one out. I told y'all I'd get you out one in 1 or 2 days. Well, I think it's the second day because I don't think I did one yesterday. What I did yesterday, friends, we went to church and then I crocheted on this shawl all afternoon. So that's what I did yesterday. So I'm going to sign off, wrap it up. It's a wrap from my little corner of the world. Remember, be kind to others. You never know what they're going through, okay? Reach out and be kind to your neighbor. And sending all my love your way. Remember, God loves you. Jesus loves you. He's always with you. And this is a sign off, friends. Come back and see me again. I love y'all. And bye for now.